Hi everyone and welcome to another episode. I am the Speaking Bear and today's phrase is cold shoulder. What is the cold shoulder? Once more, a lot of these phrases that we use are metaphors and these metaphors explain situations or feelings. The definition is to ignore someone on purpose. That ignore could be physically or verbally. So let's go through the first example. It says, she gave me the cold shoulder at the party. Why did she give you the cold shoulder? Why did she ignore you? Let's say you're at a party and you approach a friend and you say hello and they just look at you and they walk away. That is the cold shoulder. Or if you say hello and they just look at you and they just look away. So it's ignoring someone on purpose, physically or verbally, right? So you approach someone, you said hi, and they don't say hello back. They could walk away or they could ignore you. That is giving someone the cold shoulder. It could be for many reasons, right? Maybe they're mad at you. Maybe you had an argument. Sometimes you don't know why someone is giving the cold shoulder, so communication is very important. So let's look at a different example. So you're at a cafe, and this example right here, after their fight, Maria saw John at the cafe, but she gave him the cold shoulder and did not say hello. So again, cold shoulder is ignoring somebody. In this example, Maria gave John the cold shoulder. She did not say hello. They're friends, but because they had a fight, she's giving him the cold shoulder. It's a metaphor for ignoring somebody. Let's look at the next example. This is at the office, and it says, David asked his boss about a raise, but the boss gave him the cold shoulder and walked away. So maybe David has asked for a raise many times, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, and the boss might be annoyed. The boss maybe said to him before, hey, let's look at your review at the end of the year, and if it's good, then we'll talk about the raise. But maybe David has asked his boss for a raise 5 times in 1 week. And so when you keep repeating yourself, that other person might get a little bit annoyed. And so in this exact example, it says David asked his boss for a raise, but the boss gave him the cold shoulder and walked away. Again, the boss might be annoyed and he's ignoring him on purpose because at this point he doesn't want to talk to David anymore. And so the cold shoulder once more is to ignore someone on purpose, physically or verbally. I'm sure that you have given someone the cold shoulder in the past, or someone has given you the cold shoulder due to a fight, disagreement, argument. So we use this as a metaphor to explain that action. I hope that this video helped you out and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.